7.
Rate yourself 1 to 10.
What's mine?
I never like this game.
1 to 10. No makeup, fresh out the shower. We'll start right here. 10 is assuming you're perfect.
Let's play a game.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
I would say I'm a 10.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I don't care what anybody else says, so fuck them, whatever.
Okay.
Go, Queen.
Do you have any makeup on? Right now? Do you have any makeup on? You
I don't.
Okay.
W.
So you're a 10.
There you
What
go.
about you? What do you rate yourself 1 to 10, no makeup on, fresh out the shower? Shout out to Kevin.
11.
11. Go, Queen.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. Do you have any makeup on?
Like my amps volume.
I got some.
You do?
A little bit.
I see. You know what to do. All right. What about you?
I say 8.
Rate yourself 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to go see Dr. Miami, so.
Okay. So you get yourself an 8 out of 10. Are you willing to take your makeup off and see if you're really an 11, Miss Venezuela? I have some makeup remover here.
No.
Oh, why are you getting scared now? Come on, it's a Neutrogena. It's a good one, too.
Well, maybe later. It's like I just took so long just to do a little makeup.
Oh, you get so scary now, huh?
I can,
Oh,
but
here you go. Here, let's see if you're still a 10.
right, let's do it.
Take it
Let's
off.
do it.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
Let's see. There we go. There we go. Take it off. And the girls are gonna be analyzing. Make sure you
I ain't
take it off
scared.
appropriately.
Yeah,
Okay.
she ain't scared.
So while she, we'll see if she's. I hope she's not scary after. Okay. All right. We'll start here, Miss Puerto Rico, and we're watching you. By the way, you better take that makeup off. All right. Let's see if she's still. I want to see if the audience still. If she still thinks she's an 11
if
out
they
of
still
10.
like me, yeah.
Okay. So guys, this is what she looks like before. Chris.
Yep.
Okay, and then let's see what she looks like after. Why is the ISO so high? All right. What about you? Oh, because fresh? Oh, yeah, that's true.
Bruv.
Nigga.
I'll fix it.
Yeah, please fix it. All right, what about you? What do you rate yourself 1 to 10, assuming a 10 is a perfect? Fresh out the shower.
7.
Okay. All right. What about you?
Just for the disclaimer, I think it's very unbecoming for women to have to rate themselves, but I think it's very unbecoming.
Man, rate you all day.
Welcome to Fresh and Fit.
No, absolutely. That's why I said I get it, but I think I'm a 10. To me,
You give yourself
Yeah.
To me,
unbecoming, but I'm going to rate myself a 10. Okay. Would you also like to try take some makeup off?
no, I don't want to
But you're a 10 though. Come on, man.
I'm a 10 because that's what I think I am. It doesn't matter if I took everything off. There's gonna be D heads who's be like,
Hey, can I ask you a question? Can I also be a 10?
I
if
think this is a
decide-
sign.
I see. Can you?
Can-
No. Don't worry. We got this out for you. Throw it to me.
Can I get
you
the
can
Nutri-
be anything
Hold on,
you
time
want
out,
to
time
be.
out. So I can also be a 10
got it?
just
Do you
because.
feel like you are?
No, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Like
Then why would I ask you what you think? Say what you
here's
think
the thing,
doesn't matter.
right? So there's people who are content creators who have more followers than me. Like objectively, they have more followers than me. So I can't,
Right.
like in my mind, make up a value that I have more than them. There's an amount of money in my bank account. There's a level of status that I have. There's a certain number I can bench press. So these are objective numbers that I can't make up. If I could make them up, I'd go play small forward for the Miami Heat tonight. But I can't. So do you understand what I'm saying? I can't make up my value.
Yeah,
Like the world is telling me what my value is. It's not like, do I have an internal level of self-worth? Yeah, for sure. But like, what do I think the world thinks of me? So I can just make that up.
But what I'm saying is that's going to be subjective to any person you
Yeah,
ask.
that's true.
But that's the point of a rating. Like it is subjective. The
but
world,
we're
that's
asking-
why we
You're
have.
asking us what we think. You're not. They said what they think of
Sure.
us.
She got you
That's
there.
what
Sure,
I'm
I'm
saying.
just saying, but like you believe that your internal value,
Yes,
then you
I
can
do.
change your own
I do.
change of value, and so I should be
I
able to
do.
do the same thing too, right?
Yes.
But as long
And
as it's
then-
I'm
internal.
a trillionaire then. Fuck it. I'm a trillionaire. Bitches suck my dick. I'm a trillionaire. What do y'all think about that?
That's not. But
It's
that's
not the same.
That's not.
But he believes in himself.
I believe in myself.
That's
though.
not subjective.
I believe I'm 25 years
A
old.
trillionaire is something that you can prove that you're a trillionaire or not. That's a definite
Prove
answer.
you're a 10.
I can't. That's what I'm saying. It's
Oh, all right. So what do I got to prove I'm a trillionaire?
Because you can look at
subjective.
someone's account and you can see if they're a trillionaire or not. You can't look at someone's account and see if they're a 10 or what they
Yes,
are.
you can.
That's subjective. That's
know what?
subjective.
I don't need your
That's
negative energy.
subjective.
I'm gonna manifest. I'm a fucking trillionaire.
Facts.
Matter of fact, you know what? You're a fucking lawnmower,
I'm
aren't
a
you?
lawnmower.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm a lawnmower.
I'm a trillionaire. He's a lawnmower.
Yeah, I'm a lawnmower.
Fuck yeah.
That's
I
true.
believe
I
myself.
agree
That
with you.
comparison is not making any sense.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Exactly.
mostly
You don't make any
you're
sense.
you're making sense.
My friend.
Do you know it's something that's tangible and subjective? That means it can be proven and something that's up to whoever's
shit.
interpretation.
Okay,
so
that would mean-
a rating or how attractive someone is, that's subjective to whoever's looking at you.
Okay.
But if I say I have $1,000 in my account, you can look in my
That is
account and see if I have
objective, yes.
1,000.
Correct,
No,
yeah.
that's not subjective. My account's going to say I have 1,000 or I
Objective,
don't.
yeah, objective. That's objective.
Yeah. Okay. So how I appear to someone is subjective.
I appear to be a
Yeah,
trillionaire.
yeah.
But we can all agree on some level
Like socially, you mean?
Socially,
Yeah, I get it.
There's a standard,
Yeah, of course.
right?
You said there's a standard.
I
Yes,
mean,
for
socially,
beauty
like
and
for
looks.
model, like what?
Yeah, if you were 10,
Yeah.
Which means on the scale of the social standard,
Sorry.
would you be a 10?
I mean, so if
No, yes or no? Would you be a 10?
let me explain what I'm saying. Okay, so if I was to tell you right now, someone has told me that, are you going to say that they don't? Their opinion is
I'm
irrelevant.
asking you on the
No, they're
social
just trying to
standard.
fuck. I mean, that's.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
yeah.
my
Thank
bad.
you, Michael.
No, it doesn't matter.
Hey, that's what the girl told me before we fought. She told me I was a trillionaire. It made me feel good. I was like, yeah, I'm a trillionaire.
We had an example. Her raps, right? Her boyfriend told her that it was great. I'm not gonna lie.
So is her boyfriend irrelevant?
No,
Exactly. Her boyfriend's not
He's
irrelevant.
also just trying to fuck.
Well, he kind of is. She said that she's single.
But-
So we just got you
but-
wrong.
but-
My boyfriend is very irrelevant.
I don't know what to say to that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what to say to that.
Yo, nigga, you done, bro. Nigga, you done, bro.
Okay. All right.
My makeup is all off, so
Subjectively, I'm 25 years
All
old.
right.
judge me now.
Yeah, well.
It's not subjective.
Okay. I got a judgment here. It is definitely. All right. What about you? What do you rate yourself 1 to 10?
Fresh out of the shower,
Yeah.
8.5 to 9.
9 what?
Shut up.
It's 1 out of 20. Chris, 9 o'clock.
All right.
9 o'clock.
All right. What about you? What do you rate yourself 1 to 10?
I mean, socially, I know that I'm pretty. I know that I am a 10. I honestly, yeah.
Okay. You also want to do the makeup test?
I don't because I have a place to go after this. Like, I'm literally.
No, but you're a 10 though.
Late.
But you're a 10 though. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You're a 10. You
It doesn't matter
You went
to
to
wear
club?
makeup to the club. Yeah, of course.
Wait, hold on. Once again, you're a 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makeup on, makeup off.
Oh yeah.
It don't matter.
Of course.
You're gonna
because
get it anyway.
Socially, makeup doesn't matter, right? I should just go in my pajamas and everyone's gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not taking my makeup.
Send
I have
Benjami.
things to do after
Jamie.
this.
What?
You have what to do? Job?
No, like I have dinner.
A dinner?
Yeah.
At 12 a.m.?
Yeah.
What do?
And party.
No, you mean party.
Yeah, both.
Okay.
Either
Either way,
Party
you're
dinner.
Well, you're a 10 though.
Yeah, party dinner. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Mike, you have access to models, supermodels, girls of high status, so to speak, and looks.
3 or 4s.
Are there 10s at this table?
Internally, I'm sure subjectively they feel that they're 10s, and if that's what they want to believe, that's fine. But do you guys see how dangerous that could be if that extrapolates to other things? Like, for instance, if I just believe that and I was like, you know what, I'm 220, Deontay Wilder's 220, fuck it, let's get in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Because I just believe I'm a 10. Do you see, like, there's attributes that I have that I'm fully aware of that are not subjective, and if I go off and do that, then the guy who builds this building we're in right now, all of a sudden the building collapses. You know what I'm saying? We have objective standards we have to meet, and it doesn't matter what we feel about ourselves, we still have to do those things. I could go right to the store and be like, this Bugatti's coming with me, and they're like, you're going to jail, sir. Like, no,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You don't have $4.3 million in your bank account, you're not going to
I
fucking take
feel
this.
like I do.
But I feel like I do. So but my point is,
Wait, you're
like,
telling me I'm not a trillionaire, Mike?
huh?
You're not telling me I'm not a trillionaire?
I'm afraid to tell you anything because it's 2023. I'll get canceled for telling anybody that they're not anything that they want to believe. But like, do you guys understand? Like, it's what we're trying to express to you. That all jokes aside, is the belief that you are just a 10 is not. It's unhelpful and it's dangerous, and you're giving your female friends bad advice by agreeing with them saying that they're 10 as they get heavier and when they're not as attractive as they think they are, and as they get older, choosing to not get into relationships, waiting longer and longer to have kids, and choosing to get an advanced degree versus getting married. When you do stuff like that, you're telling your friends things that might not be the best advice. You see what I'm saying?
That's just a big extreme, honestly. I think it's just so extreme what you're saying.
What do you mean it's extreme?
Extreme.
I mean, it's extreme because you're just saying like, do I consider myself a 10? Do I think that I'm beautiful? Okay. But like you're going like 5.
Yeah, so a 10 is perfect though. That's the difference.
Oh,
That's
man,
what we're saying.
but come on, doesn't really matter. I
See,
mean,
listen to the words that you're using, though.
You're gonna
come
see
on.
no, but really, you're gonna sit here Adriana Lima, and you're gonna sit here 2 supermodels, and you're gonna tell them maybe they're a 10, and you're gonna bring another one like Naomi Campbell. They're not the same. You might think Adriana Lima is a 10, and then Naomi Campbell is not a 10 because you're gonna like black girls.
Well, the difference is I don't think they'd come up here and tell us that.
I mean, I'm just saying that you cannot really like beauty. You cannot like you will see a painting, and if you don't know how to appreciate it, you will think that is trash.
Okay, so
people have really taken it to trash
$1
million paintings
they're
because
small,
they don't know how to appreciate it.
There's small subjective. There's small subjective things that deal with physical attractiveness, but like facial symmetry and signs of youth are universal. And there's been numerous studies that show this. So like the idea, even toddlers.
So, but what do you think
children,
about my example?
Children under the age of 1 will like look at the face of attractive people longer than beauty is not subjective. It's just small parts of subjective. Like you might see a girl with too much ass.
Okay, but you're like comparing your bank account, and I'm comparing now like a painting.
Oh, it's not about painting. It's about the physical attractiveness of
art. Who can you could be like trillions dollars, and you will look at it, and you might don't know about it, and you will say that's trash.
Okay, but you're talking again. You're talking about a painting, and we're not talking about that. We're talking
we're talking about bank accounts.
No, we're talking about heterosexual attraction from men towards women. It is not subjective like you think it is. It's maybe 5% subjective. The rest of it's pretty objective. Most of us, if you were to take a group of men and say, "Is this young, attractive-looking woman attractive?" Most of it would be like, "Yes, she is." We would agree.
I get it, but honestly, men will really be with anyone. They have high standards. So they will have Adriana Lima and they will have the other next. And maybe when they are with someone who is so beautiful, they will think that's a 10. And you have another girl who is also beautiful and subjectively they're not a 10, but they can be a 10 at that moment because they will have that. Like, it's honestly.
It seems to me like you just make yourself a 10 when it's useful.
No, you're twisting my words.
I mean, but it just seems like this useful device that you have. It's almost like Go-Go Gadget arms. Like Go-Go Gadget 10.
I'm just saying that.
I think we should cut this conversation. It's like getting too deep.
Just like one answer.
If you think you're a 10, you're a 10. Like, just live it up. Like, it doesn't have nothing to do with your bank account. You know, like there's like people that is very rich and they're ugly.
It's this build-up. It's this pep rally. It's this psych yourself up kind of thing. It's like you got to be your best self at all the time and always tell yourself you're a 10. That when we're on our show, we actually ask this question as well. Most of the girls are pretty realistic about it. They'll say like, I'm a 6, I'm a 7, whatever. If anything, they underrate.
It's in Las Vegas. They underrate because they're in Las Vegas and they're constantly having to compare themselves to other women who are trying to get cocktail server jobs that make $240,000 a year. And they're like, I didn't get the job. That's why none of the girls on our show call themselves a 10 because they're in Vegas where they're constantly being reinforced because it's so competitive with other attractive women. Whereas we're in Miami, you guys are not. It's not the same level of competition. Maybe you just believe you believe that. My point is, believe whatever you want. Just understand it's kind of it's unconstructive to give yourself a set of value rather than to take honest criticism from the world and say this is actually what I am. Because you can start from there. You can build. You can get better from there, starting from where you actually are.
It's emotion versus reason is what it is. It's like empirical, rational, objective reality versus here's how I feel. Okay. I feel like I'm a 10, but the world says I'm a 7. Right, there's a difference between those two. It's good that you want to psych yourself up and like be your best person because if that's what motivates you, awesome. But the reality is that there's objective standards to pretty much damn near everything, including art. By the way,
you can't let the world like define you. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm
like. If you let the world define you, you like they will think you're.
Time out. You at some point you do have to let the world define you.
Everybody has a different perception.
Like, do you understand? Like the richest man in the world, Elon Musk, he had to have an initial public offering for his businesses. That means the world defined the value of his businesses. Like successful people do let the world define them. They just improve, and then the world defines them by giving them more money and more status. As men, we are constantly letting the world define us. Now, it might not affect us emotionally, but if I want to be a better football player, maybe I got to get stronger and faster. If I want to be a better tech entrepreneur, I have to learn new technology. But the reason why I'm making more money is because the world is defining me.
On a daily basis, if you focus yourself on
you're talking about an emotional reaction to the world, for sure. I agree with you, but that's not what we're talking about here. There's objective truths.
You're just not gonna be confident. Like you're always gonna feel like less.
That's the whole thing.
You're gonna feel like you're not good enough.
The world isn't defining.
That's the way you think.
The world's not defining who you are. It's describing what you are. And you can define yourself and say, you know what, I don't like what that is. You will only get what you've got if you keep doing what you've been doing, right? Well, if the world is saying you're one thing and you say, fuck that, I want to be something else, I'm going to define what I'm going to be, chart my own course. Right. That's different. then actually, but you still, to get to that point, you have to have somebody give you some sort of hold up a mirror for you so that you can see that. And by the way, you're much prettier without your makeup.
There you go.
Am I? Oh, thank you.
Oh, come on.
Of course you're gonna say that. Of course you're gonna say that.
All right, look. So you guys are way nicer. I'm just gonna give it to the blunt. Because you were way fucking too nice to these girls. The reason why you guys, because here's the thing, that was a trick question. None of you are a 10 here because a 10 assumes that you're perfect. No one's a 10, okay? If you were a 10, you'd be on the cover of Maxim. You wouldn't be fucking here. That's number one. Number two, the only reason women are able to say the delusional things that you guys say, like I'm a 10 out of 10, is because we don't tell women the truth that, yo, you are actually delusional. You're not as hot as you think you are. And you got to live in objective reality. Men have to live in reality. If I'm fat, short, loser, girls remind me that I'm a loser because they won't suck my dick. But a girl that's a 5 will be told she's a 10 by some guy so that he can get laid, and they'll actually believe it. Because women don't get negative reinforcement for their fuckery. Men do. That's why you get to run around and say, I'm a 10 when you're objectively not. None of you are a 10. Sorry. That's the reality.
You know
what?
what?
Well, you're not 10 either.
I never claimed I did.
He
never said he was. Never claimed I did. I'm a trainer, remember?
666.
By the way,
I'm a trainer.
I'm Puerto Rican.
Subjective.
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican today.
Yeah. So my thing is, I just find it amazing because when we ask this question, every girl rates herself a fucking 10.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell is going on
And
that gives women so much confidence?
The girls say, oh no, babe, you are a 10. I'm like, bro, come on.
Yeah,
I
man.
think it's not.
We need to let women know that there's standards and there's realities, and like you can be losers too. Like
You don't need
guys
to be
get held
telling
to a
women
standard.
anything.
What?
You don't need to be telling women that.
Why not?
The only question I have about that is like, okay, so if you tell a woman that, okay, then what? Like, what,
Yeah, no.
What do you?
Now, then, hold on, because let me tell you what ends up happening when you tell women that they're 10s.
No,
They can't
I'm
find
saying
a
if you tell them they're a 10, if you tell
No.
them they're a 10 or they're a 1 or like, well, okay, so you told me this, what do I do with this information? You want me to cut something
You
up?
want us to lie to you?
Something? Like what am I supposed to
You
do?
want us to lie to you?
You know?
Yeah, like
No, you don't have to lie. It's just saying you told me this, so now what do I do with this information?
That's true.
So,
Be sad.
No. You go look at yourself in the mirror, say, "Damn, I got some work to do," and you actually self-improve. Stop. See, and this is you guys looking at me crazy because it's like women don't feel the need to self-improve. You don't come perfect the way that you are. You have to self-improve. Like women sit there and say, "I'm perfectly imperfect." No, you're not. You look like shit. You need to improve yourself just like a guy. If you're fat, you need to go to the gym. If you're a noxious bitch, you need to work on your personality. If you're annoying, you need to learn how to be more poised and be quiet. But we tell women that they're perfect no matter how they behave. It's crazy to me how women don't feel the need to self-improve and have the gall to get on a podcast with 20, 30,000 people watching live and call themselves a 10 out of 10. That's crazy. And here's the other thing, too, why this is a problem. When you run around and you say, I'm a fucking 10, well, you're going to think you deserve a guy that's way out of your caliber. And the reality is you don't deserve him. He's probably just going to fuck you, throw you to the side, not take you seriously. You can't get a boyfriend. You wonder why. I wonder why. No one's telling you the truth that you're an annoying, fat, annoying bitch, and you don't want to self-improve. That's why so many women are single, because they're delusional, and they don't understand that their level doesn't match up what they think it is, and they think they deserve a guy that they don't necessarily deserve. Women need to go back to reality and realize you qualify for a certain amount of men, and unless you self-improve, you don't deserve that guy. But why is that men? We self-improve. We want to get bad bitches, whatever. I can't get a bad bitch being a brokey. It ain't happening. Why do women think I could be an annoying-ass bitch that's fat and I deserve a top-tier guy? That's crazy to me. That's why I tell women that, because you guys are delusional.
You're taking things to
But you're
extreme.
still confused.
What was
You're
that?
being too extreme.
Objective.
Yeah, of course you're
Okay. How am I extreme? Go ahead. Please tell me how I'm extreme.
How dare you?
How am I extreme?
Okay. You're saying, okay, I understand when you're going like with spa and stuff, like there's standards in society with beauty. I get it. But like, let's be honest. There's people with so much money and you cannot really take beauty because it comes the people that they grow up with. And I have seen guys with the most normal girls in the world who have so much money and their wife and their families, because it's not only beauty. Like there's so much coming with someone with a good family. There's so much background. Like you think, oh, you need to be a 10 if you want to be with a guy. No,
but
you have to, like, what's a 10 for you? Like big boob?
No. But
So,
see, here's
like-
the thing: those women that get those rich guys that are not that attractive, you know what they do? You know what they have? They have humbleness.
Yeah.
They understand. They understand.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
maybe they were just
understand
lucky
where
that
they
they
rank.
grew
They
up in
understand
the
that their
same-
man is superior to them, and they understand. Okay. If I'm gonna go ahead and land this guy, yes. If you're with a guy that makes that kind of money, he's superior to you. Sorry, that's how the world works.
Machismo, huh?
No, my God. Most women who are in those situations because they grow in rich families too. You have this idea of how the world works, and the world's not like that.
Really?
Like she grew up with him, probably went to school together, and they like each other. Maybe he will cheat, maybe he won't. You maybe have like an ugly guy with no money. Maybe he won't. Maybe he will cheat.
It doesn't change the fact that she's attracted to him because he's superior to her.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Let me ask you a question.
I mean,
How about
that's
this?
a fact.
Hold on.
If you have,
Let's use common sense.
That's a fact.
Do you want a man that's taller than you?
Yeah.
Do you want a man that's stronger than you physically?
Yeah, but...
Hold on, stop.
Keep going.
Do you want a guy that's more educated and more competent than yourself?
But why more?
Answer the question, yes
or
or no?
Yeah, but yeah.
Yes.
If I have to pick, yeah.
Okay, do you want a guy that's more educated than yourself?
If I have to pick, of course.
Do you want a guy that makes more money than you?
Yeah, of course.
Sounds to me like you want a superior too.
But it doesn't have to be a superior because someone that you can
Fucking
admire.
checkmate,
Why
bro.
does it have to
Make
be?
more money than
Why
me.
the men have to be here?
I can make more
You know
money
what?
than
I can
him.
answer that with one simple thing.
Okay.
Women cannot look up to a man who is her equal.
Ooh.
Bruh.
I agree.
I do.
respect
I
ways as well.
agree in that because we do need someone to look at. That's true.
So
And
then
to
what are you
respect.
arguing?
And to respect.
Ergo,
What are you
you're looking
arguing?
for a guy
More
who's
on the
superior
10
to you.
thing. We
Who
just
you admire.
Who you admire,
Yeah.
exactly.
But hold on, if you think you're a 10, you're gonna have an inability to look up to someone
Yeah.
or admire them. You're gonna think you deserve the best and everything, and you really don't. That's what I'm trying to
But
say.
I mean, you have to be a little realistic. You're taking
But
things
that-
too far.
No, that's
no,
realistic.
hold on.
Who's realistic
We're
if
speaking
they're all
English here.
saying they're a 10? No
Yeah.
one's
I'm
being
just
realistic.
saying that everyone is beautiful. Everyone has something to offer.
I
No, but
agree,
they're
but
not
that doesn't
tens.
make them. That doesn't
You
make him a
have
10.
you
not tens.
gotta have a
Why
bigger
not?
vision. You know, if you're not ambitious, like, what's your point in life? Like, what you was gonna like live under other people and feel like you're not good enough to one bigger and
ambition?
one better?
Okay,
Like,
okay, look, you know what the equivalent is? Let me ask you ladies a question, just because I want you guys to really, really understand this, all right? Let's go into a dream world. All right, let's go into a dream world. Let's say I told you I was a successful lawyer, okay, making $500,000 a year. I own a law firm, right?
Okay.
And we went out on a date, right? Then you find out that I'm not a lawyer. I actually work at McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Isn't that kind of crazy for me to tell you I'm a lawyer and I'm very successful, but the reality is I work at McDonald's?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what is comparison
That's
with women?
no. That's exactly what it is when a girl
Also-
sits there and
No,
says, "I'm a 10."
come on.
When you're really
Still
like a 6 or a
subjective.
7. Yes, it's the same exact thing.
Oh my God.
That's subjective versus objective, though.
No, it's not the same thing.
What do you mean that's
mean,
subjective versus
Either
subjective?
you work in McDonald's or you're
No,
a
but I
lawyer.
feel like I'm a lawyer though.
Yeah, I feel like.
But
And I feel like I make $400K a year.
But either
you're delusional.
Either you are.
Delusional.
Either you work
You're
at
an-
McDonald's or you work at a law firm.
Okay, you're either a 10 or you're not.
That's
You're
bottom
not.
line.
That's
That makes sense.
subjective.
Just
There's
a
no
lunatic.
subjective. You don't work at the law firm at McDonald's. You either work at the law firm or
The
you work at
foundation
McDonald's.
is everyone can improve, right? So you're
Yeah.
not a 10 by default. No one is.
Okay, yeah.
So then what are you
I'm
arguing?
just
that's
giving you the
subjective.
functional equivalent because you guys
I'm arguing
like,
what's subjective
No.
versus
Our money
what's
and our
tangible.
status, ladies, our money and our status, right, is the equivalent to your beauty.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what I'm saying is that if you sit there and you say you're a 10,
Yeah.
right, then I should be able to run around and say I work at a law firm and I make $500,000 a year.
Yeah.
No,
mean,
but I get
I
what you
feel
mean.
like it.
No, I get what you mean, but it's not the same. But I get what you mean. I
but-
understand what you're saying. It just does not make sense. It's
No,
not
it makes
the same.
absolute sense because
No, because-
no. Let me explain why it makes
Okay,
sense. Because
explain.
women are attracted to money and status. Men are attracted to looks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's the equivalent.
Even if
That means
sorry,
subjective.
even
Because
if
we don't
I-
give a fuck about your money.
Yeah, but if I look up to you, we go in a date together in physical, and I tell you I'm a 10, and you don't consider me a 10, I can lie to you. But if you tell me that you're a lawyer, you can lie to me. Like, how am I gonna know? I mean, I'm gonna find out later. Yeah, just like you're gonna find out when you see me if I am a 10 to you or I'm not. That's what I'm saying.
I think it's just different for women and men. Where for women it's beauty and for men it's status. So I
No,
do
yeah.
think it's very similar that if a woman has the delusion of being a 10, which is a delusion, it's not reality. 'Cause-
Then it won't take her anywhere. Like no guy will take her out.
Exactly,
Like
but-
even
What
if
he's
you
saying.
really,
Thank you for explaining my
Yo,
point for 30 minutes ago.
That's
like
It's
Miles
delusional
Monroe
and won't take
quote
you
stuff.
anywhere.
Oh,
You just
okay,
spent
okay.
20 minutes.
Seriously, it's
Disagreeing.
delusional
Everybody
and
likes a
won't
boss
take you anywhere.
bitch. Like, nobody likes
so
a girl that
let
was
me
doing
try
that,
to
man.
square the circle real quick. Let me try to square the circle. If I had a niece and my niece was needed a heart transplant and she got a heart transplant from a cardiologist, the woman who does the heart transplant has tremendous value to society. I'm going to thank her. I'm going to send her cards. Thank you for saving my niece's life. That doesn't make her more sexually attractive to me. Do you guys understand?
Yeah.
What makes her valuable to the world and what makes her sexually attractive are not the same thing. But if a guy is like a famous boxer or like a famous actor, he's a famous actor.
Hell, if he's a doctor, needed the surgery.
Exactly. If he,
That makes him
you have
sexier.
a male cardiologist, and what makes him physically attractive, what makes him attractive to women, and what makes him valuable to society are the same thing. Because they're men. If what makes you attractive to society and attractive to the opposite sex are different for women. Make sense?
Makes sense. I get it.
So you win a 10.
So you're
Okay. There we go.
Like we made some progress.
Yeah. They explained it much nicer than me, but yeah, I genuinely think,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
funny because when we do this experiment,
He's
girls
way
always
better.
rate themselves a 10.